Okay, I give them their options. I said, here's a booklet, and I have a program right back here. I'll just show you real quick. I'll bring it up. I didn't bring it up because I'm not here to sell programs. There's a program here called the Fed Up Package. The Fed Up Package is the homeowner's 10 options in detail of what they can do. Now, when I give a homeowner a 41-page packet on what they can do, what am I doing? I'm giving them information. Do they want to take free information? All the time. Do they want to stay in that conversation? All the time. So I give them information. I was door knocking in Washington, D.C. 2 weeks ago. I did 3 apprentice trainings, which are 2-day trainings. I did one on Monday and Tuesday with 4 ladies. Then I did one on Wednesday and Thursday with a husband and wife team. And I had Friday off, and I did Saturday and Sunday with another lady. So every single one of those trainings, people have said to us, "Oh, this is a lot of good information." I said, that's our job. What we do is we specialize in help homeowners buy time to stay in their home. Well, that's great. Well, what if we can't work modification out? Well, then you can take either option 4 or 5, which is a subject to, or it's a short sale. Now, those are the only 2 options that we make money on. However, those might not be your best option. Your best option right now is to maybe buy yourself some time. Do they want to stay in that conversation? All the time. See? All the time. So you give them their options, and then you follow up. You follow up. What about bankruptcy? Well, I'm not an attorney. I can't give legal advice. All I can do is share with you what I've seen other homeowners do to buy themselves some time in the bankruptcy process. So let me ask you this. What bankruptcy are you thinking about doing? Should it be 7 or 13? Do you think I've said that before? See, when you're prospecting, you have to learn what to say so it comes out natural. Because otherwise, it's going to sound scripted. And the more scripted you sound, the worse your results will be. Hi, my name is Bill. I was at the courthouse the other day. I noticed your lender had publicly posted your home for sale. I specialize in helping folks like you solve those problems, and I was wondering, what can I do to help? You'll be like, seriously? You know, you'd shut the door if you were a homeowner. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you learn what to say and how to say it. We teach negotiating with the homeowners, handling the objections, the scripts you're going to need, how to do the short sale. You can turn the short sale over to our team if you want. How to work with realtors and team players, how to get comps and BPO letters, how to challenge the broker's price of opinion. Another thing, exit strategies. You know, we talk about exit strategies. When you're selling a property, are you going to keep it? Are you going to take the property over and you're going to buy and hold? You're going to sell to a landlord? You're going to sell to a rehabber? What are you going to do? It's all in how you structure the deal. Where's the fastest way to find buyers? You're out in the streets, you see it for rent, call them up. Hey, I'm calling about the property you have for rent. Did you rent it yet? No, I didn't. What is it? Tell me a little bit about it. What's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's $1,800 a month. Great, have you ever thought about selling? Oh, no, I'm not going to sell that property. Well, do you have any other homes in the area that you're looking to rent? No. Do you have any other homes? Well, yeah, I have 3 other homes. Are you looking to buy more? What we just did, we just picked up a buyer by calling her for rent. But see, you're going to think outside the box. The local newspapers have for rents in them. The internet has for rents in them. For lease, for rent. Call the people up. Okay? You'll find all kinds of buyers there. And like I say, when you're out in the neighborhood and you see a rehabber working on a house, you know that rehabber at least pulled the trigger on one deal, the one you're at. Okay? So you want to make sure that when you're out there, you get their information. All right? When you see a house that's being rehabbed and there's nobody there, what do? If there's a house, you know, that's sitting here and it's all tore up and you can tell there's a dumpster in the yard, it's being rehabbed, what do? How do you get a hold of that guy?
Leave your information.
Leave your information. What are you going to leave?
That you have other properties that need to be worked on.
There we go. Hi, my name is Bill. I see you're rehabbing this property. I have a house I need rehab. Can you call me? Do rehabbers want more work? Yeah. Okay? You want to get them to call you. Leave a card, all right on the back of it. So the exit strategies, what are you doing with the exit strategies? Do you have a title company set up? Are you selling an entity? Are you buying an entity? You know, are you keeping it and renting it out? What are you doing? Are you just going after a payday on these deals? And then it goes down to structuring the deals. We talk about the different closings with short sales, option contracts, seller financing, you cash it out, selling to LLC, all right, transactional funding. So I mean, see, there's all kinds of stuff that there is to learn with this business. It's not just buy a program, go out, read the program, and then go do deals. It's not like that. How many people in here have a degree? Oh, what kind of degree you got?
Bachelor's in Finance and Marketing.
Oh, so that took you, what, about a week?
Bachelor's in urban planning.
Then another week, right?
10 days.
No, yeah, 10 days, that's what I thought it was, something like that. What'd it take you? 4 years, right? How many people in this room are going to be in the business at the end of this year? This business. How many are going to be at the end of next year? Well, if you're going to be in the business, why not take the 18 months and learn the business? See? There's no college that you can go to that you can invest the minimal amount of money like you can in investing in real estate and make such a high return on your money. What's it cost to go to Harvard for 4 years? Anybody know about? 225, 250. Okay. And what kind of job are you going to get when you get out? How much are you going to make? 30, 40. How long does it take you to pay that off? Forever. Right?
Until death.
You're like, seriously? What are we doing here? How much it cost you to open up a Subway franchise? About 125 to 150,000 bucks. And then what do you're married to that bad boy, aren't you? You're working the Saturdays and Sundays when the kids don't show up to work because you're the owner of it. Okay? I have a guy in Chicago that has invested over $450,000 in 4 Subways. He goes, I work 7 days a week. He goes, it's so hard to get good workers. He goes, I'm just married to these things. He goes, it's driving me nuts. He goes, I make $68,000 a year. He's working 7 days a week. I'm like, so he goes, going to your class for what you're charging for what I can make? I don't know what to say. He goes, it's like too good to be true. So here's the thing. I've taken him out and worked with him for a couple days. His first year made $132,000. Now that's not a lot, but to him it's twice the money. It's twice the money what he's making with the Subways. So he's sold 2 of the Subway franchises. He's working his way out of the sandwich business into the real estate business. Okay? So you've got to learn how you're going to structure your closings to get out of these deals. And then about investing your money, long-term rentals. We talk about long-term rentals. We talk about notes. We talk about investing in yourself. It's so important to invest in yourself. Do we have those flyers we can hand out to everybody?
I'll hand them out.
They're right there. That's fine. But it's so important that you guys invest in yourself because things change quickly in this business. They change really quickly in this business. Our monthly training and videos. Look at here. We have over 500 training videos on YouTube. 500. We have marketing companies that come to us and go, you guys are so deep on the internet. Gosh, you guys have been around forever. I said, yeah. We teach seminars. We teach about 15 to 20 seminars a year, 2-day workshops. Plus we go out and speak about 30 to 40 times a year. Plus we do about 50 to 60 deals a year. See, we're busy. We have a lot going on. But you know what? Benjamin Franklin says if you want something done, you give it to somebody that's busy. Okay, that's what you do. Okay? And look at here. Now you're not going to believe this, but it's the truth. We have over 5,250 content-only training calls per month. 5,200 every single month. Because you get plugged into the system, you start listening to content-only calls. It teaches you over and over and over. We have over 5,000 training calls every month. How many is that a day? That's over like 120, 130 a day, isn't it? All different times, all set up, where you guys can get on and listen to all these different training calls on how to do this kind of stuff right here. All of this stuff. So you're plugged into the system. All of that stuff. Because I'll tell you what, this stuff is all laid out to where this is how you do it. It's just, this is the sidewalk you follow right here. This is the path you follow. Okay, so we have all these training videos. And she just passed out a flyer to you guys. It's a training workshop. We talk about bankruptcy and how bankruptcy buys homeowners time and buys you time when you're doing a short sale with the bank. When you're talking to a bank and bank says, hey, we don't have time to short sale this property, it goes to sale next week. We say, we totally understand we don't have a lot of time, do we? First thing you're going to do with somebody when you're having a communication with them, or you're talking to them, is you're going to agree first. It's easier to get people to agree with you when you agree with them first. Well, I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm with you. If I was you, I wouldn't want to do that either. Whatever it is, okay? Because if you say, well, I don't want to do that, and then you say back to them, well, why not? Why don't you want to do that? You're just going to lose your house anyway. They don't want to work with you. They're immediately going to stop right there. So what you have to do is first agree. We don't have time. It goes to sale next week. I totally understand we don't have a lot of time, do we? See what we're doing? So do you want to work real hard with me and get the short sale accepted so we can get it closed before the sale date, or you want to just extend the sale 30 days, which is best for you? I just gave them a double bind, which is the lesser of two evils. They don't want to do either one, but one makes the other one look acceptable. Okay? Well, we don't want to do either one. I totally understand. You know the homeowners have an attorney that advises them to file Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You know you're going to force them to do that, are you? Well, we don't care if they file bankruptcy. Okay, we'll go ahead and have them do that, and then I'll call you next week and we'll get the short sale out there. Hey, you're not leaving.
My son's calling me right now.
Okay, all right, your son's calling. See, what you want to do is you got to learn what to say in the conversation. If not, what you're going to end up with is a dead deal. Homeowners are going to go, nope, I don't want to talk to you. Banks are going to go, nope, I don't want to deal with you. Investors are going to, nope, I'm going to buy my deal from somebody else. You've got to learn how to do that. All right, short sales. We teach short sales at this workshop. It's 2-day training. Homeowner options. How to give homeowners the right options. Okay? Notes. Non-performing and performing notes. We teach you all about notes. Non-performing and how to re-perform them. When Scott was talking about notes today, you go, what do you talk about? Going and banging on the door and trying to re-perform the note. Well, do you know what to say to that? Do you have to talk to people there? Yes, you do. You got to learn what to say. Okay, wholesaling. We talk about wholesaling. We talk about subject twos. We talk about flipping your short sales, how to get out of these short sales as quick as possible. Buying REOs and HUD homes. We talk about buying REOs and HUD homes at the 2-day workshop. Buying homes straight out of the bankruptcy courts. We have some real big connections that are like in about 15 states where we can buy homes directly right out of bankruptcy court. We don't have any outside speakers that come to our workshops. It's just myself and my wife, Dwan. Okay, we're the only ones that speak there. Okay, and you're also going to work on live short sales from our office. Right now we have 37 short sales that we're working on. So what we do is we bring those with us, some of those short sales. And what we do is we hand them out. And we do a role play session in the class on the second day. Now I'm pre-qualifying you here. When you role play, you don't get to sit with the person you come with. Right? Well, I'm not going to that. Okay, I just pre-qualified you. See what happens here? Because here's the thing, you get two types of people in this world. People you know and people you don't know. Which group is bigger? People you don't know. So you got to learn how to talk to people you don't know. So when we put you in a role play scenario, one of you will be the bank, one will be the investor. And you have to put the deal together. And then after we give you 20 to 30 minutes, you guys switch places. Now the other person's the bank and the other person's the investor. So you have to remember, paybacks are hell in those deals because sometimes the banker is real rude right off the bat. And when you have to switch places, you're like, okay, now be nice. See? So we have fun. We have fun role playing. Because I got to tell you, the role playing, when you get done with the role playing, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. I didn't know what to say. You know, because we give you a list of objections you have to ask the person from the bank to the investor. And you really learn what's going on with what you're doing when you're doing that. So look at here. I got top 7 real estate investing strategies for today's new market. That's a program that Dwan and I have. And those of you that fill out that worksheet right there that we handed out, you fill that out. You're going to come to the 2-day workshop that's right here in this building, September 28th and 29th. Now we're coming to Dan's club on the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd, isn't it, Dan? A Tuesday? Here. Right here in this room?
Right in this room.
Okay, right in this room on the 23rd. My wife and I are going to be here. And I'll probably have my wife talk that night. But we'll be here speaking on the 23rd. And then we're going to hang around in the area. In fact, no, we have to go to LA because we have a red carpet thing with Dan Kennedy. That's when we're doing the book thing. And then we'll be back here Friday night. And then we're doing the Saturday and Sunday training. So those of you that fill that out, in fact, just by filling that out, you're going to get this program free.
Wow.
Okay? Now this is an email version you're going to get. I'm going to send you this email version free of this program. It's like 150 pages. And it's all great stuff. Okay? So we're giving you this program free for filling that out. What's it say on the very bottom of that after you fill it out?
Credit card.
Yeah, credit card. But what's it say there in the credit card?
Charge for realty 401.
Dan and Linda are paying your tuition to come. So you've got no reason not to fill that out. Let's give those guys a hand. It's not, $1,000, it's not $500. They're going to go ahead and pick up the tab for you guys to come. So every single person in this office, every single person, see I talk to banks all the time. Now in your office. All right, see, so what you're going to do is fill that out and come to the workshop. We're going to email you an email version of that program. How many people in here, who in here would like a book? No, okay, first hand up. One short sale pre-foreclosure book. And I got to tell you what, what's that? Yeah, that book has so many details in it. You could actually do a short sale easy just by what's in that book. I'm not kidding you. That book is, and you've got the book, right? Don't you have it or you read it?
I think I read it.
You read it, okay. That's a great book. So Dan and Linda are paying for your tuition to come to this workshop in September. Look at Elliot here. Elliot got a hold of us in October one year. And he saw Dwan on TV because Dwan has had an infomercial for like 4 years. He's laying in bed one night and he's flipping through the channels about 2 o'clock in the morning and he sees Dwan on TV talking about wholesaling. And she says in the infomercial, join your local SBREIA meetings, your real estate associations. So what he did was he went and joined the Georgia REIA. We went to the Georgia REIA to join. They had a guest speaker in November. I take that back, it was September. In October they had a guest speaker and it was Dwan. But he didn't know that. So when he went there to join, he got online, he found out where it was. So he went there, and when they're bringing the speaker up, he goes, oh my gosh, it's the lady from TV. I can't believe she's here. That's the lady I watched the other night. So he'd come back, he was in bankruptcy. This is an honest to God true story. If I'm telling you a lie, Jesus, strike me down. He comes right up to her and says, I'm in bankruptcy. He goes, I've only got about $2,000 in my credit card. Just tell me right now, if this program's not going to work for me, just tell me now, because this is all the money I've got left. And she said to him, she goes, listen, Elliot, if you'll do what I tell you to do, and you'll let me walk you through some deals, I said, this will work for you. She goes, this will truly work for you. So he says, okay. So he went out. Here's what he closed. In December, he closed the deal for $15,900. Now, when did they meet? The first week of October. In December, he closed the deal for $15,900. Was he excited?
Yes.
Yeah. But he also closed one for $71,800 in the same month, and closed that one in the same month. So by the end of the year, he closed those 3 deals, like $130,000. Was he loving Dwan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love you. But see, he went and worked his tail off and made it happen. Next year, what did he do? He made another deal, but that wasn't until like March. He had like a 2-month dry spell. He ended up making $160,000 on the next deal. He made over $1 million his first year in the business.
Wow.
His whole life changed. But then what happened a year and a half ago, he lost his son. His son had cerebral palsy. And he lost his son at like 14 years old, so he's just been kind of just out of it right now. So we're working with him again to get his mind back. Because, you know, I don't know what it's like to lose a child. But I tell you what, it can't be easy. So, you know, here he is struggling with his business and struggling, and we're doing everything we can to help him get back on track. But this year, he'll make about $450,000. Now, that's still a lot. But to him, it's like, it's half of what I'm used to. Okay? Here's Valerie in Baltimore. Valerie come to see us, and she came and saw us, and she ended up doing enough deals in the first couple of years that she made enough cash to where she just cashed her own deals out and sold them to end users. So she'd short them and then cash them out and then fix them up a little bit and sell them to end users. End users are people that are going to buy the house and move into them. Okay? Here's what she did. Houses own $300,000. They own $300,000. She got the bank to accept $180,000. She sold it for $345,000 to an end user. Okay, they owed $300,000. She made $165,000 on that. She made $105,000 on this one right here. $300,000 got accepted, $209,000, sold it for $315,000. She's done over 750 deals. She cashes deals out. Another lady named Pam we have in Manhattan. She come to one of our events and she said, "Can I do this in Manhattan?" I said, "Well, I don't know. Do you think you can?" And she goes, "Well, I think I can." I said, "Well, it'll work just fine for you." She went out and she got a list of people that were behind in payments, and she went and door knocked a person about 3 blocks away from her house. She got in, talked to the person. She made $292,000 on her first deal. Now, here's the thing that's funny about Pam. And I don't like to be a downer, but I told her, I says, "Pam, this isn't a normal deal. Not all deals are going to be like this." Because she's like, "I have a copy of the check sitting on my dresser in a frame, and I look at it every day when I wake up." Because she goes, "That was so amazing." But now she does about 70, I say only, she does about 70 deals a year, and she makes about $50,000 to $52,000 a deal. Is she making some bank? She's making some money. But she's in Manhattan where this doesn't work. It's kind of like here. Don't tell her that. Okay? Jim Farabee. Jim Farabee's from Louisville, Kentucky. Jim Farabee worked at the Ford Motor Company for 27 years. He was a robotic engineer. Now, was he making some money? Well, let me take that back. He was a robotic electrician type engineer. But he was the guy that would fix things when the robotic arms would break down. He would be in there fixing them. He was making $160,000 to $170,000 a year with all his overtime. And he saw the one on TV. He said, "You know, I think I'm going to try this stuff." And after he worked and closed one deal, made $20,000. Closed another deal, made $32,000. He told his wife, "I'm thinking about quitting Ford." She goes, "Are you crazy?" And he says, "Well, you know what? Look at the money I'm making. You know, I've got so much overtime in Ford, I have to work so hard." And he says to her, he goes, "Well, I'm thinking about quitting." She goes, "No." She goes, "You do 10 or 12 deals, and then we'll talk about you quitting Ford. If you can make the same money doing real estate that you're making at Ford, then we'll talk about it." So she gave him a time limit of a year. Well, in the first year, he done like 24 deals. But he made about $260,000. So he had a lot of deals in there, 8,000, 10,000, stuff like that. But here, so far, in the last 5.5, 6 years, he's done 550 short sale, and he heads up our short sale system department. And, you know, when you guys do, we have a program where you guys can go out, find the homeowners, put them under contract, give the deal to us, and we'll do the short sale for you. Because here's the thing, we have the contacts. We don't have to go through all the stuff that most people go through because we've been doing short sales for years. We know who we need to talk to at Chase and at Wells and at B of A. Okay? We know the decision makers, asset managers, the level 3 mitigators and underwriters. We know who they are. One guy that I worked with at Wells Fargo was out of Phoenix. His name is Greg Rogers. Greg Rogers is how old? 55. Where did he graduate high school? Clinton, Iowa. Where did I graduate high school? Clinton, Iowa. Same year. Did we ride dirt bikes together when we were kids? Yes. We hung out together. He's a level 3 mitigator and underwriter at Wells Fargo. So when I have a deal at Wells, I just call Greg. And he pulls everything and does whatever we got to do, just like that. So it's not all of this beating your head against the wall short sale type stuff, because when you turn it over to us, we get decisions done. We get it done quick. We turn it back to you, and we do an equity split with you on the deal. So Jim, he heads that department up for us. Here's Gary. Gary Prescott's the guy in Tampa, Florida. I was talking to somebody, it was Mark today. I asked him if he knew Gary. He didn't know Gary, but he knew Sean, which is Gary's partner. And Sean is was one of the biggest, I think, one of the biggest We Lively houses Homevestors franchise in Florida, which is huge. I mean, Sean had all kinds of people working for him when they were doing that. But Gary's his partner. Gary's a student of ours. Gary's somebody that I met in July of 2003. He come to a workshop in Breckenridge, Colorado. And what Gary did was he said, I'm taking the next 6 weeks, I'm going to learn my communication skills, and I'm going to learn the bankruptcy that you teach. And he went through, we did a 5-day workshop. Friday night, Duane and I and the kids are sitting in a restaurant in Breckenridge, Colorado, just a small little ski town. Who comes up? Gary and his partner, Jim. They come up and they go, oh, hey, Bill, we heard you're staying until Monday. We'd like you to work with us on communication skills and teach us the bankruptcy in greater detail this Saturday and Sunday. I said, you know, guys, I said, I've been teaching for 5 days. I said, I really don't know. We're staying until Monday, too. And I said, no. I said, that's okay. Well, what would you charge us? I said, well, I'll charge this much. So he pulled the checkbook out, wrote me a check. Okay, see you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, man. So now I'm working for 2 more days. But he saw the value in it. He saw the value and learned the communication skills and the bankruptcy in the business. And this was in July of 2003. Look what Gary does. He averages over $1 million a year for 7 straight years using our system. Every year. His first year he made $1.4 million. His first year in the business. But you know what? He took 6 weeks and he spent 8 hours a day learning the bankruptcy, the scripts, the objection handlers, how the process worked. He treated it like a job, him and his partner. They role played in the basement. When they went out the first week, they put 13 deals under contract. True story. 13 deals under contract his first week, which netted him $42,000 on just that first week of going out and banging on doors. Okay? So here's what you got. You got the short sale non-performing note foreclosure summit, Santa Barbara 28th and 29th right here. Okay? And you're also going to get, like I said, you guys can turn the lights on if you want, that's fine.
Sure.
You're also going to get a free program just by filling the paperwork out, because you don't have to put your credit card on there, because these 2 young individuals are taking care of everything for you. So there's not a reason for any of you to get up and go, oh, I think I'm going to think about it. There's nothing to think about, fool. Right? Who's a fool in here other than me? Anybody? I'm the only one. How many people in here are not going to raise your hand no matter what I say? Where are you? Okay. Now, I'd like to leave you guys with something, too. Sean, why don't you come on up? Is it Sean? Sean. That's your name. Come on up, Sean. I want to show you guys something here. Well, can we turn these lights on, too, Linda? How you doing, buddy? Good. Good, man. Good. No, you can stand right over here. Can we turn this off?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those, I don't know if you push a button and the bulb blows up. I had one of those. I learned that $345 thing myself. Yeah. But now, you stand on this side over here. Now, see, the thing of it is, when you're coming face to face with somebody, whether you're at the house or where you're at, see, when I'm talking to Sean, I can say, hey, Sean, how you doing, man?
Good.
You working hard?
Yeah.
Good. Where are you from?
Not too far.
Not too far. How long you live there? See, you got to remember, people have spaces, okay? You can't get right up in their face all the time. You've got to create it. You feel more comfortable talking here, don't you? Okay? See, same thing. Now, what you're going to do, though, is you're going to take this off and put it up here. Because watch, see, when we shake hands, I can look here. I don't have to go like this and look over here, okay? I can look right on this front shoulder up here, on this, what is it, right shoulder. Okay? Another thing, when I'm shaking hands with them, what if I went like this? Close your hand. Sure. And you caught my hand here. That's weird, isn't it? So here's what you're going to do when you're shaking hands. You want to get right at what I call the thumb pit, right here. You want to get in deep into their pit and go, hey, it's nice to meet you, man. Shake their hand and let go. Make eye contact. I step in a little bit like this. Okay? My hands are in like this. What if I come up and do this? Hey, it's nice to meet you, Sean. What'd I just do? I just dominate. I just said I'm the smarter one in here. I'm the dominant one in this conversation. Attorneys do that all the time. But what if he does it to me? And he goes, hey, Bill, how's it going? I go, hey, Sean, it's nice to meet you, man. What I just did is I just trumped him. Okay? No, people do it all the time. They come up and they go, "Hey Bill, it's nice to meet you, what's up?" You know? And they throw their arm out like that, and they palm down on you. That's what they do. Now watch this. What if I come up to him and I go, and he catches me here and closes. It's like a limp fish, right? Now what's he thinking? He's thinking, look at this guy's shirt. He's got earrings. He's probably going to grab my butt. Thanks, man. Have a seat. Nice butt, man. Nice butt. Oh, yeah, you do. Come on up. You're red.
Are you doing that to me?
No. Not as far as you know. All right, now watch this. I come up, what's your name?
Tara.
Tara. I come up, I say, "Hey Tara, it's nice to meet you." See, I love a woman with a strong handshake. You know, I just do. "Hey Tara, how you doing?" Now watch this. When Tara might be having a problem, she's behind in payments, watch this. If I do this, does that bother you? No. But watch what happens. Oh, you feel the difference? Big difference. This is neutral. Hand open, touching the back of the elbow is okay. You know, I totally understand. But if I go like this, and I'm doing this, and all this, no, that's not okay. So you want to make sure that when if you're shaking somebody's hand and they're saying, "You know, I can't believe this happened to me," I totally understand. That's okay to do that. But don't grab their arm, because you grab their arm, you could see how all of a sudden she just went, red flags, right? You could feel that. Okay, good. Thank you. Back here, you can have these. That's right. Well, who else wants it?
Throw it up.
I'm gonna go back here.
I'll take the next
hand up for you.
I'll take the next one.
Well, if you let me grab your butt, I'll give you a number.
That's what it takes.
That's what it takes. Look at John. So I'm like, damn, man, I know that today.
The arm was better.
That's right. The arm was better. That's right. So, everybody here, I want you guys to really give a big hand to Dan and to Linda. They know the stuff that we teach. They know that with us, it's all about you. It's not about the money. It's all about you guys. It's just like the same thing that we teach homeowners. And like I said, I had a lady named Lilia just a few weeks ago when I was in D.C. We talked to two homeowners at the very end of the day, back to back, on our last day of training. And she's like, "I can't believe it. Both of them said, 'Thank you for coming to my house and thank you for talking to me about this. I didn't know I had all these options.'" And she walks away and she goes, "God, that's such a great feeling." I said, "It is. You got to give people what they want and help them out. Because you know what? You're an investor. You got maybe 10 deals or 15 deals you're working on, or you got all these leads. These homeowners, this is their one shot. And you really got to do what you can to help them. Because if you're not helping them, you know, you're just putting yourself first. When you put yourself first, you end up in last. You always do. Okay, with that, I'm done for today. Thank you. I'll be in the back here, and if you have any questions or answers, anything like that, I mean, you guys can add on what they've got going on right now, but I'll be back there, turn the papers in. If I see you walking out without your paper turned in, I'm going to trip you, trust me. I'm a world champion, 2nd-degree black belt. Yeah. All right? Thank you very much, guys. Okay. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
So we are going to hang out a little bit here, do a little bit of networking. You know, give you a chance to get back and talk to Bill. Anybody else you want to talk to here, each other or us. Then we're going to head downstairs to the bar, and although you'll have to buy your own drinks, I think you're going to buy a few appetizers. So I want to thank you all very much for showing up. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I'm so excited that we have such a good turnout. And thank you. Keep your dreams alive. Keep going forward, and real estate really will make a big difference in your life, I promise.
All right, thank you.
And once a month, we're back here, every month, same room.